these are the colours you need, and this is how to draw Family Guy. I've started in the corner here because I think if you just sort of try to do it as big a central image, it's easy sometimes to get the proportions wrong and sort of not have enough room to do the bottom half of the characters. So I worked my way up from Brian there, moving on to Stewie sort of here, and I think if you look at an official Family Guy drawing, I think sometimes it's easy to not realise just how much detail there is going on in there. So if you're trying to do a version, like copying off this like that, and you know, got to like Peter's legs and then Meg's, then Chrissy's, and you know, sort of doing the shoes like Chrissy's trainers and things like that. It's, you know, I think it, obviously you can get away with doing that much detail. As a cat cameo there from the old Napper Cat. Doing like Brian's nose, and something a simple touch there like Brian's eyelids from the top and Stewie's are coming up from the bottom. I think it's little things like that you don't notice until you're doing Lois's collar there, and like you know, like the cuff there just as her hand's going over to Peter, and like say little details that I think it's hard to, unless you're really analysing for a drawing like a cool fashionable overhead shot there. Yeah, you don't notice these little details like there, like the little name tag on Brian's collar or the buttons on Stewie's dungarees, and like Lois's blue earring. There's little elements like I've got to the blue. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that Lois's blue earring. I don't think you notice little elements like that. It's easy for them just to go by, and just how Stewie's looking up to Peter and how Lois is like kind of looking at Peter. I think it's easy to really just miss those details because, you know, especially when the show's going and it's a moving drawing that's animated. I think you can really miss stuff like that. My old favourite colour on the go there, but not just on a whim, it was actually the colour of Peter's trousers there. And like how Peter wears glasses. Sometimes I've seen like live action interpretations of like Family Guy or people trying to do it in, and I see Peter wearing glasses, like, oh yeah, of course he wears glasses, and they're doing it. I think Napper's trying to get high off the Sharpies there. Peter's brown hair there, and doing Meg's top and Meg's woolly hat there, and put a little smile on her face. Not very often you see Meg happy, and they're just colouring in the main details of Meg's top there. I like how as well, like how Meg's trousers are like blue, and then Chrissy's top is blue, so I like how the colours are like converging and swap. Crisscross Griffin, no less. Bonus points if you can get the references. I didn't come up with the character, so it's nothing to do with me. Like say a little bit of an overhead shot there, just so you show you the actual artist in action doing just. I thought I'd do the sides of Chrissy's hair and then the hat, and sort of it got like the brim of the cap, and then sort of, you know, the bit where the logo is. I tried to do it separately. I thought it might just make it a little bit easier, and then just done like sort of the little parts like just where Meg's eyes and a little bit of her eyelash just to show that she's looking that way, and then doing the turquoise coloured top for Lois, and filling Brian's nose, doing the final little details here. Doing the bubble writing for Family Guy. I don't think I've done bubble writing since like about 1989 when I was at school. The dot the I with the TV set logo. Can you believe that Family Guy was released on VHS officially? How about that, eh? And sign it just like old Seth MacFarlane. But hopefully using these tips, there's the original drawing, you'll be able to do a version as good as this one. And I know it's hard to believe, there's my version there. There's the original drawing. As we always say, keep it locked.